a very special topic. As you can see on the screen, Power Virtual Agents, Chatbots, and the speaker is Benedict Ifeanyi, is my colleague actually, Benedict Iheagwara. And he's going to be taking us through Power Virtual Agents. Maybe like, what's Power Virtual Agents? I even wrote some of the things I posted in the reminder, like the community pages, Agent 007. So very soon you start seeing some people carrying like guns into your office, and that's a joke anyway, but we will get to know more about it as he goes into the session. As you can see on the slide, our logo is on the lower right. On the upper left, you can see another logo that has not been shown before, Enterprise DNA. So I'm happy to let you all know that we have a new sponsor. Okay, on the wrong slide. Go to the right slide. This right slide. Okay, so we have a new sponsor who is giving the whole community a chance to win 2,000 USD worth of training materials, of courses. Okay, so we are going to do the official announcement. This is part of the official announcement. We'll do it again to the entire community member so that everybody will get a fair chance at winning the gift, the sponsorship pack. Okay, so we are very happy to have Enterprise DNA working with us now as an official sponsor. And what are they into? Enterprise DNA, a center of excellence, and into everything BI, So in fact, they are beginning to also take it beyond the traditional Power BI. So the Power Automate, Power Apps. So everything you need to do to achieve workplace efficiency, be training, tools, guidance. So it's a whole gamut of services that's to equip you to be like very valuable. If you see on the bottom, empowering you to be the most valuable analytical team member in your organization. So you can also look them up online, Enterprise DNA. And also, we are also a sponsor. We've been the sponsor all this while. And if you're interested in our training courses, especially physical classes, awesome. Just hit us up, message us, go to our website, UrBizEdge.com, call us, and anything you need to get us to be aware and send you all the information you require to register for our trainings can easily be found on our website. And this is our special guest for today. So Ifeanyi is a data analyst and business intelligence analyst. He is a certified Microsoft, he's a Microsoft certified trainer because certified is already in the word, in the name of the MCT itself. He also has this MCDA, Microsoft Certified Data Analysis Associate, and he's very passionate about exploring tools, turning data into information, into insight, and also loves sharing his knowledge, which is what has brought him into our midst. And at this moment, I'm going to let him take charge. So Ifeanyi, the stage is yours. I'm going to stop sharing my screen so you can take us away.
Okay. Thank you.
Ifeanyi, can you hear?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Okay, good. Perfect. Yes.
Yeah.
Good. So your stage is yours.
Okay. Right. So today we're talking about Power Virtual Agents or chatbots. They're basically chatbots. So they can basically help us as a form of support to our customers, employees, because you can actually deploy them into your teams. So today we'll just do a quick introduction into Power Virtual Agents. We'll talk about some of the benefits, and then again how to create bots and how to integrate them into workflow with Power Automate. So Power Virtual Agent. So Power Virtual Agent is just a part of a Microsoft Power platform. The Microsoft Power platform is just this line of business tools which guides for app development, to create business apps, for business intelligence, for software development, and also for automation. And the special thing about them is that they're usually low code, like or no code most of the times. So you don't really need to know all the code. Just have to do stuff at the click of a button and understand how it works. That's for most of the time. But if you want to go deeper into it, yeah, you need to know the codes. So Power Virtual Agent is a SaaS tool, which is service as a software offering agent, which offers a low code, no code way of building intelligent chatbot for your system. So you can use them to empower the teams to create powerful bots for either your corporation, for your website, or just for your business. Why should you use them? So you empowers the subject matters experts. So on this, it means that you don't really need an AI expert to now build your chatbot for your business. You could easily do this with the Power Virtual Agent platform. And since it's low code and it also has a very easy interface and all. Then again, it also enables visual and intelligent language, which is the AI capacity. Yeah. So you can actually have right now you can communicate in the AI language easily and have conversations with your bot, and you can modify it to give the user a response when they say something. And also again, the bot can also act to take actions. This is where Power Automate comes in. So with this, your bot you can program it, or you can set it up in a way that if the user says this, it immediately calls an agent, or it immediately promotes it calls a workflow which does something like it sends an email or shares the details to someone in the office who should pick up the information and take it as a lead in the business. And we'll go to enhancing authoring. So the enhancing authoring, like I've already mentioned, the bots is built on natural conversation AI language, and again, you can also utilize Power Automate Flow. You can also give it a list of topics. So I'll get to topics and suggestion topics when we go to the interface. So topics. So you create topics, or you build the bot based on topics based on specific topics. That if the user says something this or something similar to this, the bot does this. Then you can also use it for FAQs and so much others. Then again, this next line is we should utilize content from a website page to create a set of topics. That's where FAQs comes in. So you don't have to create a topic for every single scenario. So if you're already written an FAQ for topics or questions that users mostly answers on your website, you could just integrate your website into it, and the Power Virtual Agent will build topics or create conversations from the FAQs, and you can deploy that. Also, again, you can also get in a way that users can also sign in and verify information from the backend. And again, the conversations are built based on nodes. So, like I was mentioning, you can create an action. So it's not only you send a message, it tells you a message, it sends you a message, it tells you a message. You can build it in a way that you can give it an action. You can give it that creates a workflow. You can do it that it creates. So that's where the special nodes comes in the platform. So after this, we'll just move into the Power Virtual Agent platform. Okay, so the Power Virtual Agent platform, we could access it either on our Teams page. So right now, if you're on Teams, I've created a channel. You can go to the apps here and Virtual Agent. And here normally should be ads, but since I've used it before, it's not open. So you click on open.
There's something we are not seeing. The slide we are seeing. Are you sure? Just a slide.
Oh, okay.
I guess you share the
link. I think I only share that window. So let me just share the entire screen. Okay, so you can see this now.
Okay. Do you want to start again? Maybe like
yes. I'll start. Is this? I don't know. It's okay. It's presenter.
We didn't even see how you went to Teams and all.
Oh, okay. So, all right. So I've closed it. So you just open your Microsoft Teams. So you open your Microsoft Teams page. You probably have a channel. Your business probably have a channel. Then you just go here on the left hand side. There's this place called apps, which is also every app in the Microsoft platform. And you just click for Power Virtual Agent. So you open it. So here should be if you have not used it before, and you click on open, and this opens. There's one way to use to get into the interface. Another way is you could also basically you could just go on Google and Power Virtual Agent. So you can use it also on your web browser. Then you can sign in. Okay. So this takes time. Okay, so let me just use this. It is open. Right. So when it opens, you say homes, topics, entity, analytics, publish, and manage. And here you have the suggested topics. We'll come to suggested topics, and now you can also test the bot before you actually deploy it. So here you see this stuff that looks like a bot here. So you click on it and you click on new bot. That's if you're using the web browser. The same thing, you can also use it for if you're here, you can just click on here, start now. That's if you're using the Teams app. Click on start now. You click on the channel you want to deploy it, click on continue, and the same stuff opens. Can you see my screen now?
Yes, your screen is visible. Please, we were seeing. Okay, someone says you can't see your screen. It's visible. Sheriff, can you log out and log in back?
Log in.
Yeah, because I see it, and I'm on two different computers, and the only two computers I'm seeing them. Just try to. I think that's what people say anytime this happens: log in, log out, like disconnect, rejoin. Okay, so carry on.
Okay, so like I mentioned, you can either open the platform either through the web browser or through the Teams app. This is that you can see my screen. Okay, so either through the platform or through the web browser. So yeah, you give the same process that you can do on the same way you can use it here. You can use it on the Teams app. You can also use it on your web browser. So give the bot a name. Give it any name you want. So let's call it customer support. Give it a language, English. Yes. The problem is that this stuff takes a lot of time to load. Yes, signing in requires a work email. You have to be on the Microsoft 360 to have access to it. So let me explore this. I'm referring to the question we asked. So if you have to have the Microsoft 360 license before you can actually use it. Okay, so when you create the bot, so I've created it right now, and
Are you there?
yes, I'm there.
Okay.
Okay, so you go to topics. Okay, so first thing you do, so I'll take everything one at a time. So topics, usually you create topics based on, like I said, the conversation. So you need to have a topic of the conversation. So you have topics here. So these are all the topics that we created. So there's also some topics. So you don't actually need to create basic topics like questions, ending a conversation, to confirm success, a confirm failure, a goodbye, a start over topic. Those has already been pre-created up for you on the on Microsoft Power Virtual Agents. Then you also go to suggested topics. Suggested topics this has to do with getting content from your website. This is where FAQs will come in. We'll look at that. Then you move to entities. So entities are like think of them as terminologies. They help you where you're extracting text from the information you're going to get from your user or from your customer. So the entity is already saying age this. So if your user, maybe you ask the user for his or her age, and they tell you a number or they write it in words. These entities will look at the message and will extract either the age, the city, the continent, the country, if that's what you want to extract from the message gotten. So this bot I've created is a customer service support bot. So at the moment, there's nothing on analytics. As you can see, this Power BI. So when this loads, it's going to be blank since I've never started creating it. There's no topics on it, and it doesn't. Nobody have actually interacted with this bot yet, so everything will be blank. There you go to publish. So publish, so what you have done creating your bot, you can publish it either on your Microsoft Teams. There are also a lot of other channels you can publish them on. Your Teams, Slack, Telegram, an email, and it's again just have on your website. And there's also a demo website which you can publish a demo website and you can share the link for others to test it out before you publish on your actual website. So let's start now with creating a free topic. So you come here, you go to new topics, and it asks you for the name. So the name should be something based on something you can remember. It should be like the name of the conversation. So we're doing the customer support. So as we're doing a customer support website, let's create so let's call it sales. Maybe sales lead. If someone comes to ask a question on the website, then you can also give it a name or you can give it a description. This is where you come to trigger words. So trigger words. So let's say what we're opening the store. This is a store. I want to know if people want to know maybe the opening hours of the store or what's available in our store. So that's what's available in our store. So and you keep adding. So the trigger words, these are stuff that your customers will probably use to identify. So everybody, so like you want to ask someone, how are you? Some people use how are you, what's up, you, AI. So you try to keep up to 5 to 10 phrases that could describe or that could give you of 5 to 10 possible phrases that give you what you think the customer is going to ask in this circumstance. So the customer wants to know stuff that are available in the stores. So you could give it up to stuff. So maybe we sell, let's say we sell items, maybe you have, and you give it as many phrases you can think of that could trigger this bot. Then you come here to go to auto recurrence. So you click on that. So now, you see the trigger phases. So as soon as you see the trigger phases, so this is what comes. So this is a message. So the message is something that the user is going to, or the opening message of what the bot is going to tell users if the users ask one of these. So you type in okay, so this will be my opening message. And you click on this. So these are the nodes that I was talking about in the presentation. So you click on the nodes. So the nodes comes up with different lessons. So ask a question. If the users ask for this, do you want it? If the users ask for this, do you want your bot to ask him a question where you need to get information from the users if they say they need this, or do you want to call an action? The call an action place is where the workflow Power Automate will come in. Then show a message. We don't need to show another message. We're already showing this message. Then you can go to a topic. This is where suggestion topics will come in, when you can link this topic to another topic. So if a user asks about this, maybe it goes to a goodbye topic, it goes to another topic, or it goes to the FAQs. The topic is derived from the FAQs, or you could just simply end the conversation. So when you click on it, if it goes to the end of the conversation, you go to either you're trying to create a survey, or like it just goes by and asks you for a feedback, more like a feedback form, or it transfers it to an agent to actually talk to the person. So this does an ask a question.
I hope you are still there in terms of we are not.
Yes. You can hear me clearly.
Okay, now we can hear you. I thought you lost.
No, I'm still here. I was trying to type in a question I'll ask. Okay, so the question now, this question is a multiple choice question. So I asked what general books would the user be interested in. So it's a multiple choice question. So they're given the available general we have. And then new. So you access for a new one. You got as many options, or as many options as you just click on. So there's the thing about the multiple choice questions. If you select a multiple choice questions, it branches out into 4 different options. So we have 4 different topics here. So 4 different. So every option here, every branch represents one of the options. If a user clicks on oral, the node moves to this. If a user picked romance, it moves to this, or it moves to historical, it moves to science. So here we say variable. So the variable is like the name of. So the variable is preferably we name it based on the topic you are in. So because if you don't name it and you're trying to link this topic to another topic, you have stuff like variable 1, variable 2, variable 3, variable 4, variable 5. So the variable represents the how do I put it now? Yes, it represents, like, it's a name given to this topic, a way of representing it. So we'll call this a sales lead. Okay. So this is the first branch. So if the first text here, so the text there, the option picked here, if it's equals to oral, what should take place? So we can create a variable that if it's equals to oral, it gives us, like, it takes us either to another topic, or like call an action, it shows us a message. So let's get there's a list of variables. Okay, so we have this. So if the user clicks this, we'll show it a message. And maybe after this, we say maybe we end the conversation. So you do the same thing for the romance, you do the same thing for an historical, and you do the same thing now for SMs, for the science. So that's what it is. I don't want to do that. And we also had the topic for historical. Okay. Same message. Okay, so books from this. After this, so you do the same thing for the next option. Same message. Is books from okay. So if you notice, I used whenever I was writing, I clicked here and I said let's do variable. So what I did was, so I'm saying if maybe tomorrow I come here and I change this now to a different, maybe I rename it something else. It's picking, since I gave it the variable name, it's basically picking the variable based on whatever option was picked here. So if year was picked romance, yeah, now when this happens, year will be changed to based on the name given here. So I can also come here and say end the verb. I can also come here to end the conversation. Or you can actually come here and click on this node and drag it here. That's the beautiful thing of our platform. So these tools will also actually end the conversation. And you come here and also click and end the conversation. So there's no need for me to each of them to have an end the conversation and conversation. So they're all going to lead to the same point. So this is just an example of a simple bot. So we save our bot right now. So and now we text it. So you come here, text the bot, and now let's make it work. Okay. So now it asks us what can I help you with today? And so ask this question. So this question wasn't exactly written here, but based on the trigger phrase I gave it that it should trigger words like book, items, or items available, do you have? So no matter how this was rephrased or what, no matter how the user rephrases, just to the AI capacity of Power Virtual Agents is going to recognize that you are referring to this particular topics, and now it comes here and shows me this. So also again, it just has this trail stuff we are testing about. So it shows me here. So I've done this, which is what was given here, and now he asks me what journal the book was given. So currently I'm in this phase. As you can notice, there are no green tick marks in any of this. So if I come here now and I click on one of these options, and you can see here, you can purchase our books from because of the variable that was linked here from this. And does this answer your question? So now I'm at the end the conversation part of my bot, and I click on a simple yes. And this when the survey comes in. Okay. So far, are there any questions?
Any
Any questions so far?
I hope it's not like this is making smokes come out of people's head.
Okay, so now let's say if this bookstore has an FAQ page. Okay, so they have a FAQ page. Okay, so we use this FAQ page now on our bot. We're creating this now for this bookstore. Okay, so we'll go back to the home page. You guys see it here, sales leads. So now let's practice on suggest topics. So suggest topics. So you don't always have to create new topics on your own. You could use an FAQ page from a website as long as it's an HTTPS, and it's also a website, and it's also a page, not like a PDF, it's not an attachment. You can use the FAQ from a page to create topics for your bot. So you just come to suggest topics here, click on it, and then you ask for the link to the online content. And you give it the link, you paste it here. I will move this since it's already written here, and I had start. So this takes a bit of time. So it's going to generate as many topics as you can get from this. The same thing I'm doing right here, you can also easily do it on your Teams apps, and you can easily deploy it if you build it directly onto your Teams. Stay loading a bit. Okay. Topics. Okay, so as this loading, let's talk. Let me move on to a different topic. Okay, so let's look at one of these topics. So yeah, we have a greeting message. If you remember when we did when I said I on the bot, it told me hello, I'm a virtual bot. This is so that was based on this. That was this pre-existing topic that was created from you as a default, which is a greeting bot. So which the trigger was. So what's like hello, good afternoon, how are you? Hello agent, hi friend, this and madam, whatever. So you can also edit it if maybe you don't like you don't maybe like that introduction. So like here it asks you hello, I am a virtual agent, I can help you with this. So you could edit it if maybe you feel maybe you want to name your company's bot a different name or something. You can always come to those trigger phrases that are available and edit it. Though, however, most times research has found out that it's better if your user or the end user knows the person on the other side is not like it just makes the person much comfortable to know. So that's something you should also consider when you are changing this or modifying this. Like it's we already know we're person talking to someone. So it's I don't know, based on research it just shows that people feel more comfortable talking to a bot where they know it's a bot than something trying to pretend it's an human, but we know it's a bot. Okay, so it's done now. We have 8 suggested topics. So go to suggested. Nice and showing. And shape up topics. Okay, so I think there's a problem. It's not showing on my suggested topics. We'll have to repeat the state process again.
Also, just something I noticed that
Okay.
why doing this before now? Did you create one that maybe we could show them? I noticed a lot of people were there at the start, and maybe I think they are thinking this is really complex, or they don't know what the end result is. Maybe they left, or otherwise, if it's and you might, if you want to show the one we have running, so that they even know what it is they're trying to when it's done, what it will look like, so they get to
Oh,
see like what the destination
okay.
is, and then they will be able to understand that the whole journey is worth it.
Okay.
Do you have any done one, or should I WhatsApp? If you have Telegram, I can WhatsApp you
The
the
link.
one we have internally, right? That our what's it again?
Okay, you got WhatsApp down.
Should I maybe just pull it up, show them what it could, what the result could be like? Then
Yes. Okay, you got WhatsApp it. Oh, you come it to me.
you have Telegram on your PC, right?
Yes, sir.
Then it's in chat box. So this is one. It's also I think it might be easier to just like also I'll just give you so if you be able to see what it looks like in real life, some of these things then
You sent it already.
in the message in the this our meetings chat box chat area. No, not it won't be here. Oh. It will be in this meeting. This
Yeah, I've
meeting.
seen it, sir. Yes, I've seen it. Learn chatbots. Well, on what channel did you deploy it on?
Also, and this other one.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay, and if you have one to deploy to, so they will get the idea of what at the end it's going to look like, and we can even use this that they won't feel like where are we going.
Yeah, I was going to publish it. I was just trying to explain every details that was going to take place. Mhm. Okay, so this one of the
Like
board.
so now, if you say hi, it will reply. Yeah. So then if you want to, okay, so what can I do for you today? If you like, maybe let's say what's the exchange rate today? What is the exchange rate? The exchange rate is not spelled correctly. To reply. Let's also ask what's the FX reserve. So what's FX reserve? Ask that one. The FX reserve.
User.
Reserve.
User.
That reserve is not spelled
Yeah.
correctly. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
this
maybe
body
we should have
dots.
asked what's the USD. Maybe you didn't know which rate, but the key thing is this is but like if you even ask what's the stock market, like all of that. So great. Anyway, I think now they get the idea. You can also show
Okay.
the work published too. So
Yeah, I was trying to suggest topic, but there's a problem on the teams. It's not the topic is it's not suggesting. Yeah. Let me use a different maybe FAQ. browser is clicking. So if this one doesn't, or if the problem still perseveres, I will just move on to using the entities, showing an idea of how to use entities in the power design virtual agent. For this. Let me just move on to using entities for we tried it. Okay, so this. Okay, so let's maybe we edit this one. I'll show us entities. Okay, so the entities is we can add. Okay, so let's say after this we don't want this to happen. This work. So we want this to if they ask for an history novel, we would don't want this to take place. So what we say we want is maybe after if this happens, we ask the user a question. So we ask the user for this name. Let's say we want to get information about our users. So ask what's your name. But now instead of a multiple choice question, we pick the name entity. So this name entity is going to be able to extract the name from this, and we can now use the power automate to send us an email once we've gotten this information from our users. So yes, this is correct. So what's the change the var to name? Then we'll ask a different question. Okay, how old are you? So you look for the age entity. Then it asks us for the age, but you name this age. Then this, but now we want this to so we use the opportunity to go to workflow. Before we create a workflow, let's send a message. Then we'll go to let's say end it come with the solve it for now. So let's save this and let's text. I want to show you something about this entity. So save this topic. So as usual, we'll come here to test our bot. We use I. So now let's ask for history. That's us for our name. Under you. So instead of writing in words, let's write this in words. And you say it's still going to be able to pick this off, no matter how much you distance, even though it was not written in numbers. So now let's just try to make a Power Automate with this. Let's first publish this. So Kaggle, you have to publish when you're done with your bot. You can publish it, publish content, and just so it has to be published. So if you click on the demo site, it takes you to the demo site where you can practice using this bot. So you can share this with your friends or with your users, and they will be able to test it out. So let's do that. So with this link, you should be able to text out the bot that's just created. So it's access the same thing. Because there's no topic creating on this. That's also this. So you can also publish this to a channel. You can go to a channel. I can publish this on our Teams app. But before we publish this on our Teams app, let us look at how to automate the process. Back to topics, and we'll go back to self-esteem. We'll go back to Canvas. So instead of ending the conversation here, we also want to send this information to our organization. Call an action. Okay, the flow. So now we've move to Power Automate to send the information to the organization. So here we access to add an input. What once is a text, which is the name that was asked for. We also come here to ask for is a number, which is the age. And then so Power Automate already have some inbuilt or pre-read options, and then we can pick in the action we want that to take place. So for now, I want to post it on our Teams app. So we'll go to post on Teams. Put a message in a Teams chat. And just for what channel we're posting it. We're posting it in a channel. Just as for the team IDs and the team. So then the team channel will post it in text, which is going to be on this channel. And yeah, we can do the one for the name, the one for the age. You come here, you look for age. want the age here. So if you have other variables that were listed there, you just have to look for them if it doesn't show there. Go to save, go back here, so come here, call the action. I was supposed to in. So this where the variables comes in. Want it from name, what is the variable from age. They will come here and go to end with the survey. What's the error? Let me text the bot first. Okay, so it works. So now we'll publish it to Teams. So you go to Teams, go to post. Okay. So basically, that's how to post it on Teams. For social topics, okay, try click with less content. And see if this will be enough for it. Okay, so are there any questions so far? Hello.
Any questions from anyone? You
The
all get
social topics, the links that I keep picking are a bit, they have too much content and it's not picking them up. So I can't use them.
okay. Any question from anyone? Are you guys able to follow along? Though I know, well, you shouldn't be able to replicate at the same speed, but at least you are following the logic. So if you go into yours, and then for those of you who say you are not able to create an account, go to show them this Microsoft Developer account program, Microsoft Developer program. They can sign up and then they will get full accounts to Power Virtual to entire Power app stack and everything. Microsoft Developer Program. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. So maybe we can give them the link. They can use that to create their own. To be as if you are creating your own company, kind of. Then you will have full access to like everything. It's amazing. It's the best kept secret by Microsoft. So guys like us, developers who need access to all of these paid tools without you paying, you can show them on the web page so that they show. If you scroll
Yeah,
on
so
it,
you just click on
no,
journal.
you see what comes
Just
with
want
it.
to
No, if you scroll on
okay.
it,
Okay, so like you said, it gets a free MC developer subscription and includes
that plan is,
everything.
I think it's about $45 per month if you are paying for it. So that's
Yeah,
what. If you scroll down, so they will get to see that even the Power Virtual Update and all of those things are included. So
it all included. I think this mentions can you also share? Well, yes.
I think he has left the call. The person who was asking him about that. Okay. So, any more questions from anyone? Any concerns from anyone? Or any feedback? So let me just post give us the feedback. Let me post the feedback. Then I'm going to share my screen again so that you get to see. Okay. Sharing my screen and getting across some important things. So you can, as we said, check out the enterprise DNA. So going to grab that. I already told us starting from next week, you get to win prizes. So you get to win an entire course. But right now, we want you to give us feedback. Okay, great. You get me to share the feedback form. So if you click on the feedback form link, it's a very straightforward, I think 6 straightforward things we want to just fill in there for us. And about the sponsor, this is from today going on. These are official sponsor, and from next week we start issuing out the gifts uh, that they have for our members, inclusive to Onyx Data. They are also gifting us a free membership. I mean, a free mentorship sponsorship. Let me use that word. So they are going to sponsor. They are already our sponsor. They are going to agree to mentor one of you guys. So Onyx Data, they are a data analysis consultancy based out of UK, and specifically Leon Gordon, one of the people from them who presented last month, has volunteered that the gift they are going to give the community is a mentorship for one of our community members. So we don't yet know how we're going to pick that special one, but that's something that you're going to find really interesting because maybe they will let you work on a project for the Queen, and who knows, maybe from there Queen will say, "Oh, come on, for this project duration, come and stay in this boys' quarter." I'm just joking anyway, but it's a big deal if you ask me. I got the chance to do mentorship. Uh, a an organization like this, I'll grab it. Even from us to get this mentorship from us, we've been able to do it because it's a lot of time demanding thing. So I always bow whenever people who are busy and expert give that offer. So those are two things that that you start benefiting. And any other, if I is there any other thing I'm supposed to also mention? Hope I'm not skipping.
No, nothing else.
I'm even looking for where they will see the price for the enterprise there, so they get to see how much it's worth. I know in dollar value it's 2,250 thereabout. I checked the email they sent us, and then that's what they will not pay. The lucky person is going to get that entire $2,250 worth of subscription pack, as a gift, and we're going to be picking one person per week. So please help us share the good news to your friends, your colleagues who you think will benefit from it too, because we're just 8 years. So in 8 months, all of you will have gotten it. One person cannot get it again and again. So definitely, obviously, we find out that you are the more we have, the better for all of us. So thank you very, very much. At this stage, I'm going to draw the curtain, and thanks for staying with us to the end. For those of you that, maybe just to give you a background of what happened today, right? I know for some of you, it's looked a bit above your head, but it's not the presenters to be picture.
Yes, I think there's a question for Carlos. Is typing.
Okay, great, great. Okay, we'll wait for Rihanna to ask a question or his question before we end the session. So, oh, that's a very nice thing. So, say thank you. Before now, right? This what it demonstrated. I used to set it up also on Microsoft. They had a previous chat agent.
Yes.
Oh, the
Yes.
slide. That's a very good one you mentioned.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Again, you can't attach attachments, but you can actually attach videos. There's a trick to attach images and videos links. Actually, there's actually a trick. I didn't even go to that. There's a trick to attach videos, but if you want to attach images attachments to the PVA, you could actually use the flow. Like I said, you can connect to the flow, and then you connect to the flow, and then from the flow, everyone yes, actually do that. But there's also a trick to attach videos. I should do that right now.
So you can also try out this live one anyway. And try this one out. Let me give it to you. It's a bit slow because we did not pay enough money to. The funny thing is we use Google actually for this one I'm giving you. But the key thing is it might help some of you that are a bit confused. Try out this live stock market bot. Stock market. Nigerian stock market. Nigeria's like this active, let me use the word active. Nigeria financial markets on stocks bot. So try this one out, and it's also the same bot that I was giving us here. So try them out so you could see, at least this can help you with an experience of how at the end it's meant to work like. I have one for but try them out. Let's see. I say, if I'm interested in learning Power BI now and I want something to help me more with the learning Power BI, it's a bit slow. Maybe okay, great. So it's saying, oh, what task? I'm interested in the task or I'm interested in a formula. So I can say, okay, I want to learn what calculates that does. And it's going to reply me and say, oh, calculate is a blah, 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 read more. So this is one. The other one I gave you, that's from Nigerian market data, NMD bots. Okay, and this one allows you to say, okay, I'm interested in so let me say hello. So it replies me with some guidance. But again, it's a bit slow. So I could like, okay, I want to get what's our inflation rate, FX reserve, bond yield, all of these things. I can say I'm interested. Let's look for the one everybody's interested. What's the anyway? So let's say get latest stock prices, and it will be giving me to start replying. See, so you can look for your company, any company you bought shares in, and see how much they are selling for. So these are some of this is connected to live data. That's why I said it's active. Uh, those are more than that. You can hook it up to your website, to your e-commerce site. I'm sure you must have come across some of these. You can hook it up to your, someone. If I'm into trading, maybe I'm into forex or something. I could be able to use this to give users a bit of dynamics. They go on my site, I'm going to teach them how to do some things, and then like, what, like a demo. What are you interested in? I'm interested in USD, GBP pair. Great. If you are, these are the strategies, and then yes, it's not human being, but then it's like you are there 247. It's answering, it's giving people some free tips instead of them getting an email that now writes long. This one is a bit interactive. I'm interested in this. Then it's like, oh, for this kind of pair, this is the strategy. Make sure you watch this news. Make sure you don't do more than this amount and blah blah. Watch out for movement of this number of pips and what other thing. I've seen people use this. Yes, people we know is not human beings sometimes, but then you are getting a better information than somebody just sending you an email that has like a long form. So it makes a lot of changes the dynamic, the nature of everything as relates to you interacting with your clients. So thank you very much, and thanks to Benedict for taking us through this. Yeah, Ifeanyi is also Benedict. So thank you. Let me mention some people I see in the call. Hey, Mr. Dayo, thanks for joining again. My Oga Dave, you are in this session too. Awesome, thanks. Actually, I know that was supposed to be you. These are the examples that you might like to use it for some of your special. I know you have some community that you try and train people on these things on trading.
That's
Useful.
I will call you right after this.
Okay, great. All right. So have a nice week ahead. Bye.